Hello everyone, welcome back to the Midlands. It is I, V, here to give you Seeker Weekly. This time I'm talking about the episode of Sacrifice where, unlike the last couple of episodes, I'm without Laura. So I'm kind of lost on a lot of the big lore stuff. I don't know if it's filler, I don't know if it's story-based, because it feels like it's story-related, but it's also filler at the same time, so it's a toss-up for me. But the whole grand focus of this story is that Kaylin's sister of Denny is rediscovered as alive, but not only is she alive, she was pregnant with a confessor baby! Ah! Anyway, aside from me just being overly hyped up, because this is going to be a super unedited review for you guys, they decide to break out Kaylin's sister to find out that she's pregnant, hilariously. And afterwards, unhilariously, they decide to birth the baby, and, unhilariously, decide to kill the baby because it's a boy. Yep, they decide to be like, you know what, this baby is gonna be a danger because he was born with a penis instead of a vagina, so what if we just kill the baby, and then just be rid of it? So everyone's just like, yeah, let's just kill a baby that was just born just because of its gender, and be done with it, except for Richard. Richard's just like, y'all are monsters! So he tries to stop them from murdering a baby by trying to first get rid of the people that are trying to re-arrest Kaylin's sister, because that works out apparently, and then by also trying to stop the drowning of a baby. Yes. To where as soon as they're not trying to drown the baby anymore, Kaylin's mother, well not really mother, but because of her confession as a her profession as a confessor has it kind of like how nuns have a mother superior, so confessors have mother confessors. It's a whole thing. The mother confessor is just like, you failed to try and save this baby. Now I will confess your grandpa to kill you. My what now? Kill him, Zedd! And Zedd is all of a sudden just like, yes, my mistress, to use his magic to kill Richard. Richard is just like, oh my god, I can't kill Zedd because I like Zedd, but I can't just be a bitch because I'm the true seeker of truth. So it just becomes like a small one-sided thing because it's Zedd, of course. He's this man that has a lot of magic who can also rob these big-ass palaces, have kids want to befriend him and fuck chickens. So of course he's gonna be that guy. But of course, since Kaylin's madly in love with the Seeker, we then have to have her give the baby to the Mother Superior, who's like, I'm gonna drown the baby at the beach because this whole entire plot thread was about us trying to run away to a mystical island where we wouldn't be killed by Dark and Rawl's forces. So on the way there, I will drown the baby at the beach. Because that's what a true hero does. We kill kids. What the fuck was this episode for? Anyway, after a huge fight ensues with people trying to re-arrest Kaylin's sister because all of them get their collective asses kicked and then confessed to them be puppets for the confessors, the puppet confessed idiots decide to bum rush Mother Confessor, who all get killed very, very righteously by Zedd, which makes him more of a boss, to where Kaylin's sister's lover, should have probably mentioned him earlier, decides to secretly kill Mother Confessor when she's just like, I'm gonna kill this baby! Don't kill the baby! I'm gonna kill this baby! But because she's just all distracted about trying to kill the baby, she gets stabbed in the back and then she dies. Zedd is free, and then Kaylin's sister decides to go on a boat with, I think, someone else with the baby. I couldn't really see because the shot is very obscure. So they're just floating away. The remaining confessors that were with Mother Confessor just like, Kaylin's our new boss now. Kaylin's just like, I'm here to just be with my boyfriend, who I give mouth presents to. What are mouth presents? Get a boyfriend, you'll understand what that means. And we just kind of close with the episode of like, should we have kept the baby alive because it was just a baby? Or should we have killed it because it was a boy baby with magical powers? Blech! This whole thing has got me like, why is this a pro-choice episode about keeping a baby alive because they were afraid that because it wasn't born female, it's going to be irresponsible with its powers? Granted, I understand. To be afraid of a male baby with mystical powers is very warranted because as a guy, I will admit, when you have guys with power, they will abuse said power. Make whatever comparison that you want with that. But it's kind of true. We kind of fuck it up for our own gender. So I kind of understand why there's a whole plot thread about this. But to have it be like a pro-choice, anti-consequence sort of narrative has me in like that weird staple because it's 2020 where this is like a very hot topic debate among a lot of people for a long period of time. Where back in the day when people were like, let's just kill a baby, they're like, alright, fuck it. I don't have to feed this baby anyway. It was just like a common thing, but nowadays it's like, I don't want to kill this baby. Hold up now, hold up. You sure you want to do that with your consequences and your whole vagina being the way it is? But like people just want to have a huge opinion on this where it's just very weird. Like, I'm not going to say my own stance on the whole thing, but it's kind of just a bit distracting to then just remember, you know, this is a show about a guy with a sword and a somewhat attractive girlfriend and his grandpa who has sex with chickens while they're fighting this guy that looks like he's trying to be a part of a K-pop band, but his hair isn't weird enough. So it's a little bit distracting to kind of remember that when all of a sudden it's just like, what should we do with this baby? It wasn't born because of its own choices. It was just born because it was made because a man and a woman wanted to have sex with each other. It doesn't know anything about the world. It doesn't know anything about anything. But it probably has the power to do this and the third thing, which makes it an evil child, so we must destroy it. But what if it's just a simple baby that, if you just raise it correctly, will be truly good for the world? And that's not something I want for my supernatural-based kingdom-related shows, okay? That's just super fucking weird. That's just not what I fucking want, people. It's not what I need. I don't need something that is based in such heavy realism that I have to stop every 5 minutes in the whole entire pause, breakdown, pause, note-taking, then just be like, oh my god, this is a pro-choice, anti-consequence sort of narrative. I feel uncomfortable. So I'm just gonna pause on that because, oh god, that's a lot of shit to just start spewing out of nowhere. If you guys would pick up this episode, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of polarizing for a lot of the topics because it made my own hat and bandana fall off. That's how heavy that shit was. I don't know how to feel about this episode. I don't know how Laura would feel about this episode. All I know is this was a thing. This was purely made with a lot of the same supernatural elements, but also super heavy-handed about real-life connotations that really make me uncomfortable. So if you want to pick up this episode, you do it at your own risk if that's your whole big debate for the rest of the day. Just like, oh god, this is a thing. Why did we do this? Anyway, though, I'll see you guys next week where either I'm going to be linking up with Laura for the next one, or, knowing me, I'll probably pre-record the next episode and then do the second one with Laura. So, I'll see you guys for the next one, and remember, make sure that your sword of truth is by your side, make sure you have your confessor at the ready, and make sure that your wizard companion is making it consensual with his poultry. I'll see you guys next time.